All right, let's talk about what went down on the Vikings Titans joint practice day 2. All right, welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus show. I am Lupagus. Minnesota Vikings, Tennessee Titans having their second joint practice today, and things are getting heated out there. Before we talk about that, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like and comment, and become a YouTube member. So Vikings Titans second practice. They played the big game on Saturday, preseason week 2, 7 o'clock. So that is something to look forward to. But today, the practice, second one they've had, and there were some guys who didn't practice again for the Vikings. Jordan Addison was out with that concussion. No surprise there. KOC said he would not be back until Monday. Brian Asamoah, again, undisclosed injury. He is still not suiting up, so he's likely not going to play on Saturday. And it's really worth wondering how much Ivan Pace Jr. has closed the gap there as far as who's going to start next to Jordan Hicks this year. So that'll be interesting to see how that shakes out when the final 53 is done, and also the depth charts released. So we'll see how much Ivan Pace has gained on Asmo, because remember, Asmo isn't that experienced either. So he needs all the reps he can get. The fact he's falling behind here, not practicing, isn't going to help him. Kenny Ngwangu out again, and Jalen Naylor didn't practice either. So 4 guys there we'd like to see in the field still not practicing. Just kind of some random notes from out the day here. I'm sure you guys have seen this on Twitter, but it's absolutely beautiful. I watched this thing about 15 times. Watching Christian Darrisaw, our beast of a left tackle, absolutely pancaking Arden Key. The dude tried a spin move, and Darrisaw just pops him right in the back, and he goes flying flat on his nips. It was impressive. It's fun to watch, and actually makes you giggle because it's just such a dominating performance by Christian Darrisaw, who needs to start getting some damn respect league-wide. He's one of the best young left tackles in the league, yet you never hear anything about him. That's going to change this year, guaranteed. In some, I don't want to say bad news because I don't think it's that serious, but you still don't like to hear this. Mekhi Blackman, our third-round rookie corner, who's really looking like he could start, or at least he's majority of playing time early in the season, left with an arm injury today. Hopefully he's okay. He did tweet, God bless, or thank God or something. Thank God, I think he did. So hopefully everything's okay with Mekhi. He's been having a good camp. We need him for week 1. We don't want to see him getting hurt. So let's just shut him down right now. Trishan Jackson was back in the lineup, had a nice red zone touchdown grab with the 2s. Good for Trishan. Scary leg injury there. It looked like that could have been a season ender. But he's back practicing, and I mean, he's done well enough to make this roster. So the Vikings have some very difficult decisions to make at the wide receiver position. Another wide receiver who had a red zone touchdown grab was N'Keal Harry, using his big old body to go up there and pull that thing down. He did have a drop today, but that touchdown, using his size, that's what he brings. So again, he's a late signing, but he's doing pretty well. And with Trishan Jackson, N'Keal Harry, Brandon Powell, Jalen Reagor all battling for the bottom, whatever, 3-4 spots on this wide receiver depth chart. Well, maybe 2 or 3 actually. A couple good players are going to be available to other teams at the end of this thing, and we'll see who that ends up being. Ivan Pace Jr., the rookie, undrafted rookie sensation, had a nice diving pass breakup today. So it's good to see him doing something in pass coverage as well as coming up and hitting running backs in the backfield. Jeffrey Simmons, very good D tackle for the Titans. Sounds like he kind of dominated our interior offensive line, which isn't surprising because Jeremy Simmons is one of the best in the NFL. So not great there. Osborne and Kirk Cousins, just, those two are on a different level, connecting to each other. Osborne stepping up with Addison out. I think he hit him 3 times on the situational drill. 1 was for a touchdown. So you got Justin Jefferson, obviously, who was just making defenders look absolutely silly today with some of his routes. We saw a route was very similar to the one he ran in the Colts game when we came back and won that thing. Did it to the Titans as well. I think it was Christian Fulton, his ex-teammate at LSU, made him look damn silly. So Jefferson and the way Osborne and Cousins are on the same page, this offense is going to be something special. Danielle Hunter, speaking of special, had 3 sacks on Ryan Tannehill today. 3 sacks. It's not like the dude's just been ripping it up, and that's going to continue. I think this defense is going to suit Danielle Hunter very, very nicely. The situational period, which I already mentioned, so I guess they set the clock or the score 27-21. Vikings were down by 6, minute on the clock. They went down the field pretty easily. A couple hits to Osborne, a couple hits to Justin Jefferson capped it off with a touchdown to KJ Osborne. And on the final play of situational drives, Malik Willis had to throw it in the end zone, and guess who picked it off? Andrew Booth Jr. finally making a play, doing something positive after pretty much just weeks of negativity surrounding this guy. Is one play going to be enough to get him back in the good graces of our fan base? Probably not, but you'd like to see something positive surrounding him. And something positive did happen for our second-round pick from a year ago. You're going to see a lot of stuff on Twitter about Kirk Cousins catching a TD and doing the gritty. It was not in any kind of a situational thing. They were just, quarterbacks were throwing to quarterbacks and he ran a route. It was funny that he did the gritty, but a little misleading if you see that Twitter headline that Kirk Cousins caught a touchdown because he caught like a 6-yard pass, but he did the gritty and it was awesome. So check it out if you haven't seen it. Cousins having some fun today. It sounds like the Vikings had a little more juice overall today than a little bit of a lethargic performance yesterday. So that's it. Those are the Vikings news and nuggets from the Vikings Titans joint practice number 2. Let me know in the comments what stuck out to you. And also remember to keep your skull in your hole.